Hello everyone, this is Ron. Welcome back to another Punishing Grey Raven video. I hope you guys are doing totally amazing. And in this video, we are going to talk about one of the most important topic, that is going to be affix or effect. And specifically why it is important right now, because at the time of recording this video, we are kind of 1 month away from the DMC5 collaboration. And both of these characters, Virgil and Dante, are going to have something to do with this affix and effect. So we need to understand this thing. And first of all, let me share a little bit of a example. In yesterday's video, I kind of talked about that this character Nanami Star Rail, she is going to be a recommended partner for Dante. And we know so far that Dante is a fire attacker, fire damage dealer. But this Nanami is 100% lightning. So what is the catch here? The catch is about this affix or effect thing, guys. She is of course having this resistance reduction, able to reduce lightning and fire resistance of enemies. So she can do her lightning thing, of course, but besides she will do the fire resistance reduction, and also she is having this ignition that is going to launch the enemy into a combustible status and ignites them. Basically, it sets the enemy into fire and creates a situation where any fire damage dealer can do way more damage than the normal times. So this ignition is one of those affix and effect. So think about it, 100% lightning character is becoming a recommended support for a fire damage dealer only because of this affix or effect. So this is huge, guys. This understanding of this affix and effect actually going to change your gameplay style, because it is going to be highly diversifying your teams and everything. So we'll talk about this topic in details, guys. And as always, don't forget to support the content, support the channel, give a like, subscribe to the channel, of course. And since it is a very kind of a sensitive topic, I might do some mistakes while explaining. So I would request all those experienced people who are watching my videos that if there is any mistake, don't hesitate to correct me in this comment section. Definitely, I'm going to be happy to pin those comments. So let's talk about it. And for this, I am going to now take you to this research and development section, because there is a bunch of characters which is having this feature. This feature is kind of relatively new in Punishing Grey Raven. From Gen 3 characters, they are actually having this kind of feature, and Luna is one of them. So let's start talking with about Luna. Okay, so Luna is basically a nihil damage dealer, and we know that these are the elements in the game: nihil, physical, fire, ice, lightning, darks, and also there is something new, that is mixed element. That is, there are some characters having both elements. I'm going to show you the example of those characters so you will understand. So basically these are the elements, and nihil is one of those elements, and this is the main element of this character, but she is having this effect, disruption. What it is going to do: trigger the disruption of the target's information field and temporarily reduce the shield of the enemies. So basically it is going to do what? It is going to reduce the shield effect if enemy is having the shield, basically defense reduction kind of thing, and allowing the damage dealer to do more damage. So now this one, the reason why I showed Luna first, because she is having a effect or affix which is a little bit different from the others. I'm going to show you everything in a combined chart, but let me quickly show you some other. Now this character, this is the Nanami Star Rail we talked about earlier. She is having lightning as her main dot or main element, and besides she is having ignition, that is the effect or affix. Now what else we have? Now if we go to characters like Lamia, for example, Lamia, she is having 100% dark. She is not really having those affix or effect thing. So this is only in the latest characters. For example, Ku is also an older character comparatively. I mean, the changes in punishing grade even recently is just way too much that a recent new character feels old. She is old. Why? Because she's having only eyes. She's not really having those affix or effect thing. But if we go to, for example, characters like this, Lucia Pyroath, she is having her fire energy. She's a fire meta, of course, but she is also having a plasma beam. Now this plasma beam what? Unleash powerful energy in a short period to disturb electrical field of surrounding, spreads electric particles. Okay, so it has something to do with electricity. That means electricity is the other name of lightning. This actually is going to do lightning damage. This plasma beam is going to do the lightning damage, although she is a 100% fire damage dealing character. So what are we getting here? This character, a fire meta, can do huge amount of electric damage because of her special effect. So as you can see that in her case, her both dots are kind of far away from each other. So she can be used basically in two different kind of teams. Now let me show you some other character. For example, Wanshi. He's an amazing character. He is having this ice dot and he is having this glaciation effect. This is going to do what? Multiple iteration, battle modes, small low temperature. So this has something to do with ice directly. So in case of Wanshi, the dots difference is not really too much. That means he should always be used in an ice team. Not really, he cannot go to some other teams because both of his dots is totally relevant to his ice damage. Now we have talked about different type of characters and different type of effects. Now let's sum up this, and I have kind of created a sheet for you, and let me take you to the browser, and this is basically the different type of effect and affix. First one is ionization or plasma beam as it is written in characters. This one corresponding to the lightning. So in this row you can see the name of the affix. In this row you will see the relevant or related dots, and in this row you will see the supporting buffs. So ionization plasma beam is relevant to lightning. It is almost same as lightning but not same. The damages will be different. The damage numbers will be calculated in a different way, but they are kind of related. We can say a different type of lightning. Because why I'm saying that it is relevant to lightning, because although the name is ionization or plasma beam, it can get benefit from lightning damage increase and lightning resistance decrease. For example, if you can add or use these buffs, that you can have some lightning damage increase buff through some mechanism to your character, or you can reduce the enemy's lightning resistance, then your ionization or plasma beam damage, that is also going to work. This also going to do more damage. So this is how these effects are related to these elements or dots. In the same way, ignition is related to burn. When you are dealing with ignition type characters, the characters are having ignition abilities, then if you apply this burn damage increase, burn resistance decrease buff, then they will do more damage. On the other hand, slash is actually, I need to write here like physical, because it works with the physical. Slash and physical is more or less the same thing, but as I said that they will work in the same way, but at the same time not the same thing. It's a little bit complex to explain. So once again, physical damage increase, physical damage resistance decrease is going to increase the damage number of slash. Now what character we are having in slash, let me quickly show you. If I go to the game once again, let me just take you quickly to the game, and we are having this Solitude, Honeying Solitude. She is the physical attacker, and also she is having Ultima Slash. This is the same type of Virgil. Okay, this character physical ultima slash Virgil is also physical and ultima slash. All right, let's go back to the chart really quick. And so physical damage increase, physical damage resistance decrease will increase the slash abilities slash damages. In the same way, glaciation is going to work with ice. Now disruption, this is the difference. This is a little bit special because this is the effect or affix of Luna Oblivion, and previously I said that her one is a little bit different because this one doesn't really functions with any of these supporting buff or relevant dots. This disruption effect is kind of a thing that reduces the shield or reduces the shield effect of the enemy. This sort of thing. Disruption is entirely different. That's why I haven't written anything. So basically, affix or effect is kind of a secondary and temporary dot. Okay, that is one of the important information that we need to talk about. That this normal main dot of the character, it is going to last forever, and through different skills, the character is going to be able to throw this dot or damage. But in case of this affix or effect, it is going to be very, very temporary, and it can only be affected or it can only be inflicted through a certain type of attack. And each and every character actually having different type of attack, and based on their attack, they are going to activate this thing, and as a result of this activation, the damage will happen. And how you will understand the damage numbers will be displayed in orange numbers. Okay, in orange numbers you will see now different character will have different type of way to activate this affix. For example, normally this character is going to do physical damage. If you do that special attack, is going to do this ultima slash. Adjust the frames operation process battle for an instant output computing power. Launches an extremely powerful attack, dealing damage to the target. However, she is going to be a great teammate for Virgil, not because of her affix effect, but this effect able to reduce physical defense of enemy. So Virgil is also a physical damage dealer, and she is going to support Virgil in the same way. So now you understand that how this affix thing is going to revolutionize the way we see characters, the way we see our teams, and the way we approach different bosses. Previously, we created teams with normal fire team, dark team, ice team, and so on and so forth. But now things are going to be way more complex and way more interesting because now we can use one characters. For example, some diverse characters like Pyroath, she can be used in two separate teams, and also the characters who doesn't really have so much diverse dots, still they will have higher damage numbers because there will be separate bonus for those elemental damage and affix damage. So I hope this guide was kind of helpful for you to understand what is the thing about affix and how it works in PGR. I hope it will help you to construct your teams. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions, and definitely don't forget to support the content, support the channel, and I'll see you soon in some other videos. Till then, stay awesome and peace out, my friends.